mean, what he did was so heinous. And I feel like if I ever really met him, it was because he probably wanted to be found.
One woman now has confirmation that her biological father is one of the FBI's most wanted criminals. William Bradford Bishop is notorious for murdering his entire family and dumping their bodies in the Great Smoky Mountains. When we first met her back in February, she was pretty sure he was her dad. Now, the FBI confirms it. 10 News reporters Shannon Smith and John North share what's next for the mass murderer's daughter.
When Kathy Gillcrist started searching for her biological father, she wasn't expecting the answer she got.
I said, is he somebody famous? She said, yeah, but I'm going to let you Google him yourself. So I did, and what came up was his FBI most wanted poster.
Her father is believed to be William Bradford Bishop, wanted by the FBI for murdering his wife, mother, and 3 kids and dumping their bodies in the remote North Carolina woods in the 1970s. He then abandoned his car at the Elkmont campground in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park and has been wanted by authorities across the globe ever since. Now, Kathy may be a lead in his case after the FBI finally did a DNA test of its own.
She told me that she was absolutely shocked, but yes, the evidence showed that I was indeed matched to Brad.
Kathy was shocked too.
It was kind of creepy when I found out it was for real. It did make me pause for a minute and say, wait a minute, this is scary.
That's when the messages started coming of people who swear they were once part of her father's life.
It started on Mother's Day. I started getting these phone calls.
I'm 99.9% sure I know who he is.
He swore that Brad Bishop lived very reclusively in a little shack of some kind in upstate Wisconsin. A message from an EMT who formerly lived in California, and he said, I've been trying to reach you because I know I treated Brad Bishop 2 years ago.
But the most interesting to Kathy were the messages of people who grew up with her father, a cousin, and a neighbor who told Kathy more about her grandmother. They all look alike. Kathy thinks Bishop is still alive, but if she ever met him, she'd turn him in.
I mean, what he did was so heinous. And I feel like if I ever really met him, it was because he probably wanted to be found.
Kathy continues to search and learn more about her father's life and the series of events that kept her from her father, sparing her life on that fateful night 45 years ago.
Now, Kathy is working with a production company on a documentary about her story in connection to her infamous father. She still plans to come to the Smokies to see the place where her father was last known to be. Now, we first brought you this story as part of our series, Appalachian Unsolved. You can find more stories and a link to listen to our podcast on the Appalachian Unsolved page at WBIR.com.